Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I've got a brand new style. This is Bespoke by BELLE TRESS in the color Brown Sugar Sweet Cream. And yes, you guessed it, I purchased mine at WIG Studio One as soon as the announcement was made that they were available for pre-order. I ordered mine and they've already started shipping. So I am really excited. I have not taken it out of the box. I have seen a few members on our private Facebook group, WIG Studio One, Wig and Topper Support Group. They've, I think 2 or 3 have already posted their pictures. Beautifully, beautifully packaged. You know, I'm a BELLE TRESS fan. I know they have their ups and downs with some of those laces. I have high hopes for this one. Taking off the net. There have been so many new releases, and I'm trying to get all of the videos up for you in case there's a certain style that you want to see. I've got Kelly there in 2 colors that I'm actually going to record right after I record this one. We have a temple to temple lace front, and we have a left mono part. It's quite generous actually, so we might be able to move it a little bit off center. I'm not feeling any permatease or minimal, which is really the norm for BELLE TRESS. Felt covered ear tabs with the fibers. We have an extended nape and pull type adjusters. And as is the norm on BELLE TRESS, we do have lots of stretch. I take that back on the permatease. I'm feeling just a little bit, but BELLE TRESS is so good about this. They add very minimal permatease. I have no idea how they do it. That they just, you do have a little bit of a lift on your styles without any of that pillowy permatease. BELLE TRESS for the most part runs on the larger end of average. So as I had mentioned, I do have all of these new releases. I'm sure that once I get them all up and recorded, you won't see me for a few days. And I know, you know, there are styles that some people may like and some not. So anyway, all right, Bespoke weighs 5.9 ounces. We have a good amount of hair here. The color Brown Sugar Sweet Cream is 10, 12, 22 RT8. So we have a dark brown, or the 8 is, the root of 8 is medium dark brown, and that's our root. Then we have a light and medium brown, which are your 10 and 12, and your 22 is your pale blonde. Nice blend of neutral and warm, cool and warm. Therefore, we have a nice neutral color. If you love Shaded Cappuccino from Raquel Welch, Brown Sugar Sweet Cream is nearly identical to it. I've taken pictures for our Facebook group of them side by side. I might even have a video where I show them side by side. I know that Taz does, and they are nearly identical. All right, beautiful style from BELLE TRESS if you love very long pieces. My first impression is that it is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't feel heavy, even though it weighs 5.9 ounces. On Bespoke, we have lots of layering here. The sides are 8 to 14 inches, so we do have some shorter layers. We have a few longer layers. On the front, my face from hairline to chin is 7 3/4. So we do have some layers on the front. I think they're really flattering, those shorter pieces that frame the face. The nape is 13 inches, and the back, once again, we're going to have that layering between 13 and 21 inches. As I mentioned, this is a long piece. I don't know if you'll be able to see the entire all the way down, but we do have those layers up here. So overall, we have between 8 inches and 21 inches. Lots of layering. I've had a few other belle tress pieces that are this length, and they've been very heavy, and the density has felt very high. This one, even though it does have, it's not low density by any means, it's definitely average as for me. I don't feel it really heavy. I don't feel that there's so much hair here that it's unmanageable. I think this is very manageable for me. I don't have a problem with this one. I'll probably be keeping Bespoke because this is something definitely that I would wear. We don't have much of a lift up on front, at least I don't on this sample, and perhaps some others will have the lift, but overall I think it's beautiful. These are heat-friendly fibers. In order to maintain them, we need to apply heat about every 4 or 5 wears. It's probably just some with a flat iron at no more than 320 degrees, or some steam. We could do that as well, just to keep the fiber soft. Personally, I do not have any problems with Belle Tress or with Raquel Welch True to Life fibers. I have many that are a couple of years old, and even though I wear them often, for example, from Belle Tress, I wear Kushikamana, which is, I believe it's 18 inches. I wear that so often, and I don't have a problem with it. I still wear it. I have it actually in a couple of colors, and it's one of my long pieces that I wear the most. I think that with the proper care, we can extend the life of these wigs. And of course, it's not only the proper care, but also how many wigs we have in rotation. As far as this front, we could always add a little bit of hairspray if you receive one like mine, and just add a little bit. I like to use the Hair You Wear. I don't have as many issues with heat-friendly fibers being face floppers as I do with maybe traditional fibers. As you can see, I just took it out of the box and it's staying fine. Let's take a look at the lace front. I am going to point out something that I want you to be aware of. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it may be a deal breaker for you. The lace front, as far as it's done beautifully with the blend of the brunette and the pale blonde. Here is the issue that I'm seeing right here. It is lifting right there at the corner. That shouldn't happen. It should fall flat on your forehead. So here is the coverage is great. Here is the ear tab, and here is my hairline. And the transition from the lace front to the cap is nice. We don't have any bulky transition there. The same as with this side, it's a nice even transition. It's not a deal breaker for me with that lift right there on the lace front. I could use some wig adhesive. I could use some wig tape and just add a little bit of wig tape there and it'll be fine. I could also use some Got To Be, which is for bio hair, but a lot of ladies use it to wait until it's a little bit tacky, and then it'll just hold that piece down. I also don't wear my hair pulled back, and that is, even if I don't use any adhesive, this will be fine because the fibers are going to cover it. Even if I pull it back a little bit, you still can notice it. The way it's noticeable is if it's pulled, okay? So I won't pull it. And as you can see, the density is perfect. I mean, I can tuck this piece and not have a problem with it. Could do a half up and half down. Lots of possibilities, as well as being able to do an updo if that's something that you want to do. As far as having a ponytail higher, because of my low hairline, I wouldn't be able to do it. But if you don't have that issue, you can certainly do that higher ponytail. As far as I'm concerned, the length of our wigs doesn't have an age. We wear whatever we like, regardless of what the rules are. That as we get older, we should be wearing shorter hair. And yes, I know I'm 64 with 65 right around the corner, but I am going to wear my long hair. I don't have Dolce and Dolce, but it seems to me that, and I haven't looked at the description either, but it appears that Dolce and Dolce doesn't have these layers that we find on Bespoke. I've also heard from others. Like I said, I don't have it, so I can't speak about it firsthand. I've heard that Dolce and Dolce does feel as if it has higher density. With Bespoke, you're not going to get any permatease at all. There may be a little bit at the nape, if that, but up here, there is nothing. This is totally flat. As far as the fit, I feel that perhaps Bespoke doesn't run as large as some of my other belle tress. And here's why I'm saying that, because I have a 21.5-inch circumference. I have a wig grip on, and I didn't have to really bring in the adjuster. So something for you to keep in mind. As far as the density is concerned on Bespoke, we do have hair here. We definitely have hair. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's light density. It's not light density. However, we don't have high density here. It's fuller right around the bottom, but it's up here, you're not going to get all this hair, which for me, that's what bothers me, is if I have a lot of hair in the top and it's falling in my face, or it's an even density all the way down, where we have that higher density up on top, that to me that is unmanageable. But that's just my personal preference. If you prefer a lighter density up on top and then just have average density at the bottom, if you're looking for a piece that is versatile for styling, ponytail updos or half up, half down, messy buns, I think this is perfect. If you're an ear tucker, yeah, perfect. I think that's a good telltale sign that we don't have that high density. Overall, I cannot tell you enough how much I absolutely love this piece. For me, it gets 2 thumbs up. I love it. I highly recommend if you love long hair. And if you're not opposed to the heat-friendly fibers, I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I think that Belle Tress did an amazing job with Bespoke. Even if you prefer to not to wear long hair, wearing it loose, I think it's a great piece to be able to. It has a lot of versatility, lots of different ways to wear it. All right, let's take a walk outside so you can see brown sugar sweet cream in this very windy Florida weather, and then I'll come back. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you spending this time with me. Please let me know what you think about Bespoke. Would you wear a piece this long? Would you wear it up in an updo or a half up, half down, a ponytail? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.